Okay, today we're going to go visit an old abandoned and forgotten speedway here in southern Oregon. The only name I can come up with this is the Cascade Speedway. Would have operated around the early 1950s, using the Google map here to start zooming down on this. I first discovered this back in the 1980s when I traveled Highway 62 regularly. You could see off in the distance the remains of the grandstand circling the track. I knew it was a racetrack, but I never took the time to go back there. And now as we're zooming down on it here, it's going to be about a quarter mile or so off Highway 62. Can you see it there? Yep, there it is. That's the remnants of this, which would probably be a quarter mile track, I guess. And it's off there in the distance. It's very, very overgrown there. Even though it looks pretty good in this map, it is not. It's very difficult to get to. As we zoom down in on it, it's an actual racetrack that hasn't seen daylight for many, many years. Now here's the abandoned road. Actually, it's not an abandoned road. It goes to a business back there. So we're going to drive down this road here. The only picture I could find is this one of the old Cascade Speedway. It doesn't reveal very much, but that's it. That's where we're going to go. So let's go ahead and head down this road now and go with my brother and a friend, and we're going to go check this out. Alrighty, here we are, riding along in my buddy Jim's truck. We're heading down this rather rough little road. We're going to get down here to where it turns and parks. It's kind of a foggy day here, unfortunately. But as we get closer, you can actually see the lighting poles, telephone poles that encircle the track out there. You can't see them with the Google Earth map. Kind of surprised that they're there. And now we're getting ready to walk out there. We got to cross this little creek here, which so we're all going to get our feet wet. And hey, Jim, how you doing there? Glad to have you along on this trip. So we're getting ready to go. My brother's putting on his big tall boots, and we're going to head out there. You can start to see the poles now. Kind of surprised that those are still out there. As we start to walk out there, we find a couple of piles of debris. That's really the only thing that shows the evidence of buildings. And now we're actually in about turn one, I guess, looking at the infield. You see the poles there? They're kind of on the inside of the track. There's my brother there looking at the retaining wall. Didn't know that still existed. Here's a piece of it. And now you can see the retaining wall there in the distance and the catch fence, and it runs all the way down. Unfortunately, we couldn't get over there because there's a good 6 solid inches of water over there, and I didn't want to get my feet wet. So there's a pole laying on the ground, and we're about to take the trek to walk across the infield here to turn 3 and 4 in the dry area. Seems like farther east we got, the less water there was. So at this point, I am actually in my 4th week of hip replacement recovery, and I really shouldn't have been out here. Falling down is not an option for me at this point, but I managed to do it without falling down, and I'm glad I went anyway. So now we're over here looking back at turn 1 and 2. We're at turn 3 and 4 now. Just looking back, there's just not much to see out here. Nothing else to reveal that this is a track, unfortunately. No buildings or very few piles of debris. And we're walking back now to the car, a little bit disappointed that there wasn't that much to see. There's the cars over there, and we're going to take one look back at the track there, and that's basically it. Glad we went out here. Since this is such a short video, I think we'll go visit another track here. We're going to drive about 14 miles to the south from, you see the track in White City. Now we're going to go to Ashland, Oregon along the Interstate 5 and view another track that I can find absolutely no information about. Only part of it is you're able to see here with the Google map as we start to zoom down on it. There's a Burger King in just out of turn 3 there, and then a motel in turn 4. So let's go check this place out. It's been over a year since I made that video. You know, things happen, you get busy. I kind of misplaced all the footage there for a while. And now that I've found it again, thinking about going out there and checking out this place. It's between Talent and Ashland, Oregon, about 15 miles away. Did a little bit of research and discovered that this area is really kind of a hotbed of a homeless camp now. There's you know, quite a bit of homeless activity out there. In fact, you can even see the remnants of a camp right there. Apparently, it's gotten a lot worse now. This map is from over a year ago. So I don't think I'm going to head out there. There's really not much to see looking at the area. It was a pretty small track. Couldn't find a name for this old racetrack at all, like the first one I did. Couldn't find pictures or really any information about it. So that's 2 abandoned speedways here in the Southern Oregon area. Don't know if there's any more around at all. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.